The you did a lot of the coffee houses. You did them all, right? I mean,
Well, I had a ton of help. I didn't do anything. I worked with the kids to prepare them for it, and along with other great teachers that helped too, and great students that helped in auditions and recognizing talent and so on. Coffee house is a major undertaking that requires a really good team, and I always had that. Now, when I started at St. David, they asked, or I asked, could I? I think they were trying to get rid of, like someone was doing it, and they wanted someone else, and they asked if I would do that because they knew I played and so on. So in the first number of years, it was heavy metal bands and throat singing, and it was crazy. And I used to have to hire Trevor Woodhouse, who's just incredible, and Matt Kaniski, just incredible sound guys with monster equipment.
yeah,
That's the kind of acts that they were happening. And that's all it was. It was heavy bands. Then I started teaching the guitar courses, and I started with one section. And I went around, I thought, I'm going to focus on this. I'm teaching 5 Englishes, which I loved, and 1 guitar, but I'm going to try to expand the guitar. So I kind of recruited a lot of kids. And I wanted a real focus to be, I went to a lot of great, incredible female players.
Yes.
Because if you go to almost any school in guitar class, it's just guys.
Yeah.
Always.
yeah,
And I knew there were some really interesting girls in my classes, in my English classes. And I wanted them to be part of this and to push them to do songwriting and that kind of thing. So I ended up having my classes were kind of half and half, guys and girls, which was the mix that I wanted. And then a lot of those girls and guys started doing a ton of songwriting, and then the coffee houses changed because of that. So it was more like a 1960s coffee house where it wasn't metal bands. We always had bands, but the mix was very different. It was acoustic players and singers, and
but it allowed for more creativity and collaboration
and a push for original music. Right?
Yeah.
We tried that much more than just doing covers. So it turned into a really
pretty
healthy
impressive.
mix.
there
Good.
were some really good acts there.
Incredible acts, yeah.
Yeah.
We had the 50th birthday party of St. David about, 12 or 13 years ago. Do you remember that, Steve?
Yeah.
And we had a 50th anniversary coffee house. And so I brought a ton of these acts back.
No kidding.
And we had recently talked about, did we talk about Spinal Tap on the air? It was, right? Or was that,
Yeah.
Was that before we went on?
No, I introduced it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I had just seen Spinal Tap in a theater with a lot of these former students of mine because they were showing it for one night at the Princess, the original Spinal Tap 10 years ago.
Right.
We all went out to eat at the Hoother first, and we all saw they had never seen it without me pressing the mute button, right? They'd never heard the real F-bombs. Now, I should say I know the movie so well. I've seen it. I've figured it out once. I've seen it over 250 times. I know exactly how to do the mute button, but for the students, I always just was slightly behind just for comedy.
Oops, yep.
So I don't get sued, but it's enough to get a sense of where those F-bombs are supposed to lay. So we went to the real Spinal Tap in a theater where they actually heard for the first time the swearing.
The way it was supposed
and they're
to
all
be.
looking, even though they're in their like 28 or 35 years old, they're looking back like, are we in trouble? Like, we allowed to? It was classic. So, so we loved that. And on field trips, we'd always bring Spinal Tap along.
Yeah.
And I'd pretend, they were grade 9s, so I shouldn't be doing F-bombs for them, but I'd pretend to run up and, press the mute just slightly late and so on. So they're exposed to it. But anyways, the fact that we had them all there gave us the idea, I'm going to include all these kids in this 50th anniversary coffee house. So we had acts from way back, even way before I got there, right? Phil Lehman's brother Paul was playing at that. You were part of that, right, as well, Steve?
Yeah,
and I think you and I played.
Yes,
we did Get Back by the Beatles or something? We did something, yeah.
Yeah.
But it was about a 2.5-hour show of incredible players from way back, way before I got there, and plus all these great original people.
You guys have always had such a large number of really good singers at that school.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it?
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we love that. And there was always, when I did the coffee house, there was always this great girl. She's wonderful. I talk to her sometimes still, Maggie Kieswetter.
Yeah, I was going to bring her name up.
She opened every coffee house with
Yeah.
original music.
Yeah.
And I got her to open that 50th
Did you
as
really?
well. Yeah. And that's all in video too. I'll just give you a link to that. You'd
Yeah,
love
would
it.
you? Yeah. I love
So,
Maggie.
Yeah, she's wonderful.
Yeah, she's a
Yeah.
sweetheart.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's one of Julie's best friends.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
So so that changed the nature of coffee houses.